So just a word to the wise, to the beta liberals who are buried deep inside the federal government. You probably want to stop trying to pick up girls on dating apps because it's not working out for you. Just ask Joseph Schnitt, who is the acting deputy chief of the Special Operations Unit of the Office of Enforcement Operations, who just had to submit a confession letter to his bosses at the Department of Justice explaining why he was caught on a hidden camera pretending like he had some deep investigative information about the FBI redacting Donald Trump's name from the Epstein files. Because we knew at the time when James O'Keefe released that video yesterday that this guy was completely and totally full of crap. And sure enough, he's completely and totally full of crap. He was just trying to get inside the pants of someone he met on a dating app. And yeah, you can see it right there. Less than 24 hours after his face was plastered all over the internet, face planting, trying to get laid, he had to send this to his bosses that says the comments I made were my own personal comments on what I've learned in the media and not from anything I've done at or learned via work. I have no knowledge of the circumstances surrounding Miss Maxwell other than what was reported in the news. I also never divulged anything about the work that I do. I recall that she asked if I had any knowledge about Maxwell, and I specifically said I only know what's been reported in the media. Oh, in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, let me remind you.
A high-ranking official in Donald Trump's Department of Justice just admitted on a secret camera that Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a low-security prison to keep her mouth shut.
No, he didn't. But because the most ironic womanizer on the planet will never come back and correct a record because he doesn't care about accuracy, he cares about propaganda and color revolutionizing the American people, what Joseph Schnitt just admitted was that he told the girl that he was trying to sleep with only what he heard in the media. And this is exactly how the information laundering scheme works. Because what Joseph Schnitt was basing that statement off of is an article that was written by a guy named Jason Leopold back in early August. And you might remember it because the most ironic womanizer on the planet also did some propaganda around this as well. Jason Leopold, August 1st, wrote this article, "The FBI redacted Trump's name in the Epstein files." And he went through paragraph after paragraph after paragraph accusing Donald Trump of directing people in the FBI to redact his name. But then he says this, his sources, what do you expect? Anonymous sources, people familiar with the matter. No names, no actual sources, just anonymous sources, people familiar with the matter. And why is this problematic? Well, because remember the names. Jason Leopold has a very checkered past of doing this exact same thing. In fact, his past is so checkered that even CNN had to call him out back in 2019 because of a series of articles he wrote, which were found to be completely and totally ridiculous. One of them, as a matter of fact, is the one where he accused Donald Trump of ordering Michael Cohen to go into a deposition and lie in front of Congress. In fact, it was so bad for Jason Leopold that Mueller's investigation specifically had to address this and say that never happened. So now you see exactly how the information laundering tactic works. Jason Leopold writes an article that is complete nonsense, publishes it. People buried deep inside the bureaucracy who know what they're supposed to do with that information to believe it and regurgitate it, get caught on a hidden camera trying to get in the pants of some lady. And then suddenly you've got the most ironic womanizer on the planet putting a video out that gets seen by millions of people. And that, folks, is how the hoax works. None of them will ever come back to correct a record because they don't care. They want to lie to you. They want you to believe things that aren't true because they're trying to destroy the country.